Hey Brainiacs, and welcome back to another My Humble Opinion podcast. I'm your host, I'm your co-host, Contessa of Hearts, and here's your main host at Cam's Brain.
Bruh, I say my name.
Oh, oopsies.
Take 4.
Hi Brainiacs, welcome back to another My Humble Opinion podcast. I'm your co-host, Contessa Arts, with my lovely main host,
Cam's Brain. How you guys doing today?
No, sorry.
And we also have Tales of Splendor. How you doing, Tales of Splendor? That's good. On a scale from 1 to 10, how you living? How you feeling? That's what's up. Well, we'll make it a 10 though. We need you at a 10. It's a Saturday. It's a beautiful day.
No, it's not. It's hot.
It's a day before. It's hotter than. It's hot. It's hot. It's like.
I'm in devil's, like.
It's like the humidity is insane.
It's not even humid. It's just like warm.
It's humid, warm, and windy.
Yeah.
It feels like you're walking into somebody's breath.
Yeah. It just
Like
feels
you
like
feel.
an actual cloud.
It feels like you're walking into somebody's mouth. Like every time you go outside, it's a very
Moist.
nasty, clammy.
And then it's like a, you know, like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
feels
somebody's
like
breath.
Yeah,
outside.
It's not right. It feels like outside.
I went out earlier and I was like half expecting I thought it was raining. Like I looked up and I was like, "What's happening?" I hated it. It's so.
I had to take the dogs out. Money looked at me. When I took the dogs, she went like, and I was like, I don't know.
When the dogs are second guessing their options and their atmosphere, when they're aware of their habitat, that's an issue. That's a
I
problem.
hated it so much. I went out and I was like, "Ugh."
I woke up this morning and I was hot in my room.
I was considering opening my window. I'm glad I didn't because I was literally this close.
I woke up last night in a heat sweat, and I realized it was because it was just hot in the room. It was just the room. Once I
room
opened the
was
front
hot,
door,
too.
once I opened the door, everything was good. But
Yes.
before that,
I came out here and I literally fell on the couch.
I don't know how you guys' rooms are awful.
I don't
Mine's
know.
fine.
My room just has poor.
you have perfect HVAC in your room. That's why you don't have anything to worry about. But our
All
situation,
y'all's rooms suck, and I'm just like, I'm fine, man.
that ain't
No,
right, man.
Tori in your room is fine. I also opened my door, but I also have a bunk bed, so it's.
I would just say you're like in the same.
And then by the window.
Yeah.
It's not right. I don't feel safe. I feel like it's just an inappropriate situation to be in. And if you guys don't know already, we live in Florida, and
Yo.
we starting to feel it. And the thing about it is, we moved here towards the end of summer, and it was hot. So it's like we haven't even
You don't
experienced
think
the
we're
real heat. We haven't, bro.
It's been like 6
No,
months.
only
it's
been
not.
like
No, I
6
got a
months.
thing on my Google thing today, and it said 1 year ago today.
Yeah, that's because we came here. We went to Orlando. We took you guys to the
Wait, no,
resort.
it was like we were at the park because I took a picture of the duck.
And then your phone got issues. But no, we were here. We were here last year in Orlando. We took you guys to Point Verde Resort. So I know when I woke up, my phone was saying the same thing, but it was showing me pictures from when we took you guys to like the really big McDonald's and all that good stuff.
That was a year ago.
That was a year ago, March 9th. Yep, because I had just got back from DC, I remember. But yeah, we just vibing out once again today, folks. You know, enjoying the new month. We're in the month of March now, so we got St. Patrick's Day coming up. You guys doing anything for St. Patrick's Day? No? Y'all comment down below if you're doing anything for St. Patrick's Day. I love St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's great, man.
It's a reason to drink.
Are you scared?
Why would I be scared?
Any days, every day.
You scared
The
of
gossip
gingers?
I'm not scared of gingers.
Every time.
I love gingers.
Yes.
Ooh, I know what I want to do though. I want to go to
No.
I want to go to medieval times, and then I want to do the what's the festival? Oh, they have a festival that I've been wanting to go to. October? No, it's not Oktoberfest. Renaissance Festival.
Renaissance?
Oh,
Beyonce?
That sounds fun.
I want to dress up and everything.
That'd be cool.
I want to walk around with like the hat and everything, and like order chicken legs or the turkey legs. They got the big turkey legs,
Yeah, there was a Six
like the
Flags.
ones you like
I
at
always
Six
want to do
Flags.
that. It looks fun. I'd do that.
I'll do that.
All right, so everybody going to the Renaissance Festival with me?
Yeah, that's great.
Everyone in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Oh, that'll be a good. Anywho, that would actually be a good thing to film. We've been doing vlogs now. I've been doing vlogs. Tales of Splendor, she's still writing her book. This one here, she's been heavy on social media doing her influencer thing and all her art stuff.
I'm sorry, I'm just like...
You're doing so great.
I think she's doing good. But I've been vlogging. I post my vlogs every Tuesday or Wednesday at 5 p.m. on Cam's Brain channel on YouTube. But anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and record an episode of my vlog at the Renaissance Festival.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
When is it? When you said nothing.
I don't know. I have to Google when the Renaissance Festival is.
Isn't it in like Tennessee or Georgia or something?
I feel like they travel. I feel like they travel around now. It used to be, well, I mean, obviously because we live in Georgia, I remember when they do it in Georgia. Yeah. They usually do it around the summertime, and then they do Oktoberfest. And obviously Oktoberfest is in October. But they definitely have a lot of stuff that they do throughout the year. But yeah, I want to do the Renaissance Festival. I want to get outfits and everything.
Ooh, there's it's not even the same thing, but I think there's another one. I think that is the Renaissance, but like there's like a fairy festival. You can dress up as mushrooms and stuff. Like,
that's what's up. I want to go to Comic Con too.
I want to go to like one of those like balls where they like hold like old time.
I wish balls were still a thing. Why did they stop being a thing? I don't understand.
That would be nice.
People like set up this whole like place, and you guys get to dress up in like this like the old time.
I don't understand why balls aren't a thing still.
I know they're so fun.
I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna start doing balls. Like if I get older,
they have
like hosting them.
I know in New York they used to have ballroom dancing, and then after they had the ballroom dancing, that's what I'm telling you. Like they would have ballroom dancing, and then they would have a huge dinner, and then whoever won the ballroom dancing, they would go in the middle of the stage and perform while everybody's eating. And that was in New York City. It was a big thing too. Like people would like come on horse and carriage. Like
like I want to do stuff like that. That would be so fun.
That's still not a thing. That's so
it is. You just gotta Google that type of stuff.
More common, like it used to be.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying, but then at the same time, if you could find somebody who does it discreetly, it's probably going to be less saturated. Yeah. Usually, if you find I find basically if somebody does a whole bunch of something, it gets oversaturated because everybody's trying to make money doing it. Yeah. But if you could find a program or like a company that's doing it, that's kind of like hush hush, it's a better experience.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm.
That's like when you find like the what's those rooms that you guys like doing?
Escape room?
Yeah, like if you find an escape room like online that doesn't have like free like Groupon or something like that, it's always a better experience. I seen an escape room where I guess it wasn't an escape room. It was like you walk around town and solve a murder mystery.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Maybe. Yeah, it's like a date app too. Like you can go to dinner, and then when you're at the dinner, you get a special like server that will give you a clue, and then after you go to dinner,
it used to be a game.
And then after you go to dinner, the app tells you to go to a movie, and then whoever rings you up gives you another clue. Like they're all part of it.
Oh, that's so cool.
I think that's kind of baller.
Cool. That's cool.
I think that was a thing. Unless I'm thinking of a movie.
We need to do that. What?
It was either an actual game or it was a movie. I don't remember what it was.
That's so cool.
But yeah, I've been having some crazy experiences in vlogging, especially being down in Florida. Me and Tessa went down Jacksonville. You want to tell them the story about the crackhead? Well, so we have like Crackhead Chronicles. We'll post that right there, and then we just have like Drama Chronicles.
I was like, I don't believe you.
What?
He's like, I got Tourette's, man. I was like,
oh yeah, that was crazy.
Okay, let me tell you what to do whenever we're trying to take pictures out in the city.
Oh, that was crazy.
We were trying to take pictures out in the city, so we're on the highway. We wanted to get a nice, like... we wanted to get nice, like, a view shot, right? So we're driving on the highway, and we, like, stop and, like... So think of there's an exit to the right, and then the rest of the highway, and then there's, like, that little intersection where you have time to get into the exit lane. So we're, like, parking in the middle of it, right? And there's, like, so what we see is a blanket. And it's kind of like flowing in the wind. And we're like, what is that? And then we see this guy is underneath the blanket. He goes like...
Dude was under a blanket.
He's wagging his feet while he's under the blanket. And he lifts up the blanket and looks at us because we parked in the middle of like the intersection area.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Tales of Splendor is staring at us like, what the hell? Okay, so you know how you're driving on the highway?
Yes.
You know how you can take an exit? But you know that little triangle that they have? We stopped there because we were trying to get pictures of the city. Okay. But when we stopped, we realized it was a blanket just like floating
like floating, like it just
in the
like
wind,
levitated.
and we're like, "What the heck?" So when I parked, we noticed something dangling from the floaty thing.
Yeah.
And then this crackhead just pulled himself out the blanket and was like he was mad that we parked in front of him on a major highway while he was swinging his feet and sleeping on the highway.
No, like he was on, like in the middle of the intersection highway.
Main highway.
So weird.
It was
So that was our first experience.
And then we almost got jumped.
Yeah, we almost got, I don't know what you would call that, ambushed.
I was saying, what do you even call that? That wasn't even like,
Mugged? I don't know.
So I'm changing.
They're like, I don't know.
I was changing because I wanted Tessa to take pictures of me. And this chick just comes up.
Let me buckle.
I say Tessa would explain.
We get off the highway and we make a left and we see this kind of looks like a movie theater place. It says Ritz. I think it was a movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
So we park in front of there, but the thing is, with Florida, there's a lot of in the city at least. There's a lot of one-way roads. So we turned and we didn't notice we got on a one-way road.
Yeah, we went on
And there was a cop in the middle of the intersection. And me and Dad noticed, so we're like, let's just be quick and discreet. But mind you, we're in like a bright orange Dodge. So he sees us.
I forgot y'all had that car. Oh my god. Anyway.
So we're like in the thing, and we're trying to go. So it's a one-way street, but the cop doesn't do anything. I don't even know.
He just stared at me like,
He just went like,
what the heck? He's seen the whole thing going down.
Yeah, you can't, like,
and then we were like, let's go on
I
the
don't
Noma
handle
Road.
that situation.
So we got on the Noma Road, and he was trying to hide from the cop just in case the cop tried to come over there. So he parked like kind of behind the Ritz place in like this like weird little parking lot. It's like behind everything with trees and everything's covered, right? So we get out the car, we're taking pictures, we're having a jolly old time, and then after taking pictures of like the little theater area, we head back to the car so Dad can change. So Dad's changing. So he's changing. I'm standing on the right hand side of him. We're behind the car in the trunk, and he's in the middle of the trunk. Not in the middle of the trunk, but he's
Okay,
like...
you guys are giving me more details than last time. I don't even know what's happening. All right.
Yeah, so he's like in the middle of the trunk, like getting his clothes, and I'm on the right hand side of him, where there's an open area from like the road, right? So there's a road on the right, but we're in a parking lot, and Dad's changing. I'm going through my camera, sifting through all the pictures I want to keep from the pictures we took of the Ritz place. While I'm doing that, I hear pitter patter. I hear like. And I'm like, what the I was like, what is that? And I see this lady, she's like, oh my god, like in a frantic panic. And Dad's like, Dad goes, get on the left hand side of me. And I was already playing our
No, actually, I didn't have to tell her to do anything.
What like,
she did, what her mom usually does. She seen the lady and she goes, okay. And she just walked on the side of me. And I'm so used to her mom saying that when something's about to go down that I immediately knew something was up.
Yeah, I was like, okay. And I was going on the other side. Dad's like, yes, go on the left. And so the lady is like, and then you can tell the rest of the story.
So yeah, so she comes up to me and she's like, oh my god, you got a phone? Do you got a phone? I need to use the phone. And I was like, no, I don't got no phone. And she was like, oh my god, please, I just need it for a second. I said, I don't know what to tell you. I don't got a phone. So she just keeps talking. She keeps saying that somebody kicked her out of the car.
No, she said someone kicked her out of the car and that she was being followed.
Yeah, apparently somebody kicked her out of the car, then followed her.
Out the car, but she was being followed.
Yeah. So then after that, she goes, oh, well, can you give me a ride to the gas station?
But before she says that, she was saying that the cop that was parked in the middle of the intersection
the cop help her. Yeah, she was saying that the cop that seen me run the one-way thing wouldn't help her. And she's like, oh my god, that cop was right. I just need to get out of here. So then she goes, can you at least give me a ride to the gas station? Now, mind you, the gas station is across the street.
Like literally across this
you can see it. You can literally see it.
You can walk like a couple steps to it.
You can see it. So I just looked and I'm like, that gas station right there? She goes, yeah. I said, no, it's right there. Like, no, I'm not giving you a ride to the gas station. So when she walks away, she has a phone in her back pocket, for one. And then, like maybe 5 or 10 minutes later.
After that, mind you, whenever Dad's talking about this, he kind of goes like this and puts the thing on the back of his truck, right?
That's right, while she was talking.
She walks away because she realizes the reason at first whenever Dad did this too, I didn't understand why he didn't help her. But then after the situation, we walked back to the Ritz area and then he explained.
Yeah, so When she kept saying she needed a ride, I went into my bag to get something so that she would walk away. And she seen it, so that's when she walked away. But Tessa was kind of like, she felt a little bad because she's like, you could have helped her. But what I was trying to let her know is people do that type of stuff to scam you.
I also realized she was full of it. When you started asking more questions, I was like, wait, she ain't making no sense.
Exactly. The more questions you ask, the more that people aren't going to make sense, especially when they just scheming. And I told Tessa, I said, usually somebody like that will just either distract you so you get robbed, or they'll get in your car and then rob you, so on and so forth, or they'll have somebody else ambush you. So tell me why, right after I said that to her, what happened?
What happened? Well, okay, whenever the lady walked away from our car, she never even walked to the gas station.
Yeah, first of all, she didn't even walk to the gas station.
So she walked on the sidewalk towards the left, and then she made a right back from where she came, but on the other side. Mm-hmm. So she never even walked to the gas station that she said she needed to go to immediately.
But what happened after that?
After that, we're back at the Ritz spot, and we're taking more pictures because that had just changed. And there's a woman coming from the gas station. Frantically, and asks us if we've seen a woman, like, she's like, oh my God, have you seen a woman that's this tall? She's like, oh my God.
So basically, she was the ambush.
Yeah.
So when she walked up and she was like, oh my God, before she can even finish, I was like, yep, she went that way.
Yeah.
I didn't even let her talk.
Yeah, she went that way. And she's like, thank you so much. Like, and then the thing is, okay, she didn't even go back towards the gas station.
Exactly. And then the chick that I told, and then the second chick that I told her, I said, hey, she went to the gas station. She goes, thank you, and then doesn't walk to the gas station. So yeah, we almost got if I wasn't paying enough attention to what was happening. Yeah. But I've learned those lessons because I've gotten got before. I've gotten robbed like that before. So it's like, I'm used to it. Or unfortunately, I'm used to it. Especially like downtown Atlanta or in New York. You always have to be careful of the ambush tactics. Somebody will act like they're in distress. They'll ask you to use your phone. They'll either steal your phone or they'll distract you and somebody else comes up from behind you and robs you, or they'll go as far as to get in your car, and then when whoever, usually it's a few dudes or another chick, when they see that person in the car with you, they literally just will kick you out the car and take your car.
Mm-hmm. That's like a GTA movie. That's crazy.
I've seen that happen before too. Or like there's tons of different schemes people do. Like
I know whenever I told Bella about the situation, whenever we got back home, Bella goes, yeah, a lot of people do that, especially whenever people act like they're pregnant.
Yeah.
And come into your house and stuff like that. You're telling me about that. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of stuff you gotta be careful for.
I feel like that was the thing. That's why I was surprised you were surprised. It's like, I feel like I've told you these things.
You have told me, but I was like, whenever it actually happens to you, then you're like...
Yeah, you don't like realize.
Yeah, then you're like, damn. Like,
yeah.
That's like, we were downtown Murray. It wasn't Murray Hill. It was 5 Points. And this one crackhead, she goes, hey, how you doing? And they wait for you to talk to him. And the minute she turned around, she stopped. So a quick lesson for anybody out there that doesn't want to get caught up in a scam or have to talk to people. If you keep moving when somebody stops, they will either leave you alone or they have no choice but to walk with you. Yeah. And typically if they're begging for something or they're doing something they're not supposed to be doing, they're not going to walk with you. Because when you stop, you let them know you're a sucker. If you keep moving, they know that you're on to what they're doing, and then they'll go on to the next person. Them stopping basically is like what in sales they say, you give somebody an item and that shows them sense of ownership. Typically, if somebody takes the item that a salesman is trying to sell them, there's a 50-50 chance that salesman can now get you to buy it because you're taking ownership of the item. If I give you something and then you don't take it, then that salesman knows, okay, it's probably going to be hard to convince this person to purchase. It's the same way when somebody's either like trying to scam you or ask you for something. And when they stop and they want you to stop with them and talk to you, or talk to them, you basically showing them you a sucker. And then whatever it is they ask, more often than none, you're going to get them something because you gave them some of your time. But like in the situation with me and them, when the lady was talking, I did look at her, but I kept walking. And whenever I kept walking, she didn't want to follow me because she knew she was...
I think she was more surprised that we all just kept
we all just looked at her and kept walking.
Because we was aware. They look for people that aren't aware. They look for people that look like they're not local.
And it's worse because we have cameras and stuff. stuff.
Exactly, and I had cameras and all that, so I continued to just film and do what I was doing. But yeah, you definitely got to look for like scams. There's a ton of scams out there. I remember
have to pay a lot of attention.
Yeah, we need to finish watching that.
Specifically when you're downtown. It's like I remember when I was a kid, I always wore jewelry. And this guy, he walked by. He was like, "Oh, dang, young blood, you got nice jewelry, man. Look, man, if you got $20, I can get you a ring." And he had a ring on his hands. I can get you a ring like mine, but I gotta go get it. It's up the street. And he goes, "If you give me the $20, I'll be right back." And oddly enough, obviously, I gave him I told him I didn't have 20. I told him I had 10, and I gave him the other 10 when he came back. But he just took the $10 and ran off.
Yeah,
So it's like I know a lot of this stuff just because I've experienced a lot of the stuff as well. But yeah, it's tons of different ways you can get scammed if you're not paying attention.
It sucks because like you just want to be a good person, but people are always trying to scam you or trying to do something. So it's like you can't even be nice to people.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like, if you're gonna ask for something, try to offer something. Like, I used to always give people money. It wasn't a problem for me to like. I didn't care. Like, if I made money and somebody needed something, I would give it to them. Like I told them before, and you can verify this. Whenever I got money, I would take $100 to $200 bills and ones, and I will always have them on me. That way, like if I went downtown or if I went anywhere and somebody asked me for money, I can just give them a little bit of money and keep moving. Like, that's how bad it is when you're like downtown Atlanta. It's just easier to do things like that. And I did that for years. But at the same time, I kind of got to a point to where it's like, you can't just ask somebody for something. Like, one guy downtown Atlanta, he would tell jokes. It was like 50 cents for one joke, 75 cents for four. So I would give him $5 or $10 just to hear jokes. It's like, you don't have to go buy a bottle of water. You don't have to go buy apples. If you're creative, I'm the type of person, if you're creative, if you're showing initiative, I will kind of give you money. But at the same time, I've experienced so much stuff when people beg where it's like, it make you not want to give. Like, one time I gave this dude $1 and he got mad that I gave him $1.
Yeah, he told me that.
He just was like, "Oh, only $1?" And I'm like, "You can give me my $1 back. What you mean, only $1?" "Oh, no. God bless you, brother. God bless you." It's like, some people be begging. They be kind of wilding. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. So y'all never experienced anything where y'all got scammed?
I usually
whenever I went to Dollar General the other day.
What happened at Dollar General?
I wasn't listening to you.
The SD card.
Oh yeah, she got.
Don't say it out loud.
Why not?
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, she be getting scammed by like stuff you should be aware of. She paid $16.
Stop! It's embarrassing.
Well, yeah. Did you ever return it? No. You need to return that joker.
I was gonna organize my files and put the stuff on that SD card.
Yeah. I gotta be aware of getting scammed, especially like if you're like Vegas. Vegas got crazy scams, bruh. Like,
I'm very aware of being scammed.
That's like
the thing is, usually
no. Vegas got scams like you don't even understand. Like
other things you just don't know of.
I was taking a picture of myself and a dude was in a costume, a Mario costume. And he's like, "Hey, bro, that's $5."
Oh, that's insane.
I said, "What?" He goes, "I was in that picture you just took."
Did I ask?
I'm like, "Bruh, I didn't ask you to be in my picture." He goes, "Oh, we out here all day, man." He's wearing the Mario costume. But he was demanding money from me because he realized he was in a picture that I took of him. Because he had the Mario costume on, he felt like he deserved to get paid for being in the picture with me, and I didn't ask him to be in the picture. Like, they be scamming like that. Like, I'm looking at him like, "Bruh," I told him, I said, "Bro, if you don't get on my face, like, you done lost your mind."
Didn't you and Jonathan go down to Vegas and get wasted?
No, Jonathan got wasted. Jonathan got
I don't remember this.
Ice cream wasted.
Whenever he came over, he was like, "Yeah, me and Dad went to Vegas."
He went to Vegas. What? He got wasted. He had $500 and he got $500. He had $500. He won $5,000.
And he wasted it.
And then he lost it all. Long story short, he kept playing black. So when we first, so first of all, when you're in Vegas and you start gambling, drinks are free.
Oh, that's insane.
Like, literally, when you get in the casino and you start playing,
they just give you drinks.
They just give you free drinks. Like Hennessy, vodka, Sprites, whatever you want. As long as you're playing, it's free. You never pay for a drink.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's why he got playing.
So, we were on a craps table. Were we on craps? I think we're on craps, and then no, we were on the roulette, and he was doing good, and then he went over to blackjack, and then he just lost all his money on blackjack. He had got drunk, and I'm like, yo, maybe we should go. And he's like, no, trust me, and I was trusting him because he had made $5,000. So I'm just, and I don't know nothing about that type of stuff. Yeah. I'm not a gambler. I can't get into it. I rather like invest in myself. So when he was doing it, I'm just like, I mean, everything. Like I don't know. You know, it's like I'm not knowledgeable, so I'm just like, well, he making money. You're giving him chips. So yeah, and then he went to. I think he went. Yeah, he was on a blackjack. He made $5,000, and then he went back to the little roulette thing. And he bet on black, and it was red, and lost. He put everything on it and lost everything. And then the guy that was playing, or the person that controls the games or whatever, felt bad and gave him $50 in chips. Oh my god! So yeah, that was crazy. But he got scammed too. And then he got mad and started arguing with somebody that was trying to get people to repent. It was like it was a dude. It was a dude out when you walked outside the casino. It was a guy with a microphone, and like he just had a Bible and he was like preaching and stuff. And Jonathan was like drunk and mad, and the dude was talking about giving your life to God and stuff like that. And he just was like started arguing with the dude. I'm just like, yeah, that was crazy. He's like, God just made me lose $5,000, and the dude was like, that wasn't the Lord, that was the devil. So yeah, that was definitely a crazy.
Did you not record it?
Why?
No, I mean I wasn't vlogging. I wasn't on social media or anything like that.
That's just funny to have. Yes.
Nah, I didn't think to do it. I was cracking up. I sat down and started laughing. Yeah. Yep, I just watched. But yeah, he got scammed at Vegas, just literally just playing the games. And then, like I said, I got into it with the Mario guy. Because he was trying to like get me to pay him for being like, how you trying to press somebody in a Mario costume? Like, how does that look? Like, hey, bro, I'm like, bro, you serious? Like, hey, bro, you in a whole Mario outfit? Nobody's gonna take you seriously.
Yeah, really, like, dude.
But yeah, anyway. Well, I'm glad y'all haven't gotten scammed. Yeah. Y'all definitely have to be aware of it though, especially like in New York.
Most of the time, there was situations where I cut up, but I was like aware of what was happening, so I just didn't.
Yeah, you definitely gotta be aware because it's heavy. Yeah. New York, California, there's another spot. New York, California, Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta, you can get scammed just like in regular life. You think, yeah, Atlanta.
If you step on the wrong like brick, all of a sudden
I remember. So my first scam. Yeah, my first scam in Atlanta. I was going downtown to take y'all mom out, and I was paying for parking, and this crackhead just popped out of nowhere. Like I'm dead serious. Like he just was like, "Hey, brother," and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" He goes, "Oh, you don't gotta pay that, man." He was like, "I'm here all day. You know, ain't nobody came down here for an hour or two. Just put a sheet of paper in your slot." So I'm like, all right. I didn't know anything any better, so I put a sheet. Because back then, when you parked, they had this box, and then the box had a slot for every parking spot, and then that's where you put your money in at. Yeah. So long story short, I get back, and it's a ticket on my car. And I realized what he was doing. He was telling people they didn't have to pay to park, but then calling the park attendant and telling the park attendant who didn't pay so that they can boot the car or give the car a ticket. And they were paying him for doing that because they made money. Because if you get a boot on your car...
Why is he just doing this? Yeah.
Because if you get a boot on your car, it's $75. If you get a ticket, it's double the parking space. The parking space was $20, so the ticket was $40. And they gave him maybe $5 or $10 for doing that all day. So that's what he did to make money. That was his scam.
So he basically
just screwed people over. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you listen to the crack? I have to say, there's a lot of people who do that though. Sometimes there's like I remember I saw one who probably was really popular where this guy was like there was a street and it was really popular for cars to get mugged, And there's this one crack, and he's like, "Hey, if you give me $10, I'll like make sure they won't break your car." And they came back out, and he actually like protected the car. And he's like, "I didn't let them get in. Like all the other ones were destroyed, but the one like hers was like fine." And she's like, "I didn't let them touch it." And she gave him like another 50 for it.
Dang.
He's like, what was it? Oh yeah, he was like, "I didn't let them touch this one, Miss Kenzie."
So that was on social media?
Yeah, it was like a year or two ago I saw it, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I gotta look that up. But no, yeah, I did it just because I was being cheap. And I was young. You gotta understand.
I want to listen to a
my first year in Atlanta.
That's my thing. If a man goes, "Hey, don't pay for that ticket. Don't pay for it. I'll watch it."
I'm thinking he's black. I'm black. He's trying to help me out.
I'm thinking,
you know, I'm cheap.
No, thank you.
I think, how old was I? I didn't even have you guys yet. You are 17?
Yeah.
So I was in my early 20s. So
yeah, you should have.
I may have been actually 20.
What did mom say?
I mean, she trusted whatever I was doing. She didn't really care. I mean, the thing about it is your mom didn't want me to pay either. Like,
she's like,
yeah, like she's like, "No, we're good." It was a Sunday, and it was like, and technically the ticket. So what ended up happening, even though I had the ticket, I didn't have a tag on the car.
Yeah,
bruh.
So,
what?
Yeah, you know how.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a tag on the car.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a ticket.
I had a ticket,
but you didn't have a ticket because you didn't have a tag on your car.
Technically, no.
Okay.
But I stayed around and realized what he was doing. But it still was a scam because it would have worked if I had, if I had it. And I think what it was, they had to give me a ticket before they boot you. So they was definitely gonna just boot me. But I got back in enough time to realize what was going on, and we ended up leaving. But yeah, no, that was yeah, I think that was the first time I got scammed. That definitely was the first time I got scammed in Atlanta that I remember. I feel like in Atlanta, I probably got scammed.
You don't realize
exactly,
it.
Like oh shoot.
Yeah. Like where's my wallet?
Yeah.
I feel like I have like.
Now I've never got pickpocket.
I have.
Really?
Yeah.
I have in Augusta, someone stole my prescriptive glasses.
Why the emphasis on prescription? She always says prescriptive. Like no, I understand I know you're saying prescriptive, like why they're not gonna be good for you, but it's like they don't. A thief isn't. Oh no, those are prescriptive. You act like you're around an educated thief. No thief is educated. No criminal or not many criminals are educated. They probably like the prescriptive glasses. You sound like Tommy, a toe hits.
No, but like literally just stole my glasses.
Yeah, it was crazy. Someone stole my phone and like all my lunch for like a month. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, that
how
was
you let somebody steal your lunch and not know who's doing it?
I didn't know what was happening because I never eat it. And so then one day when I was like, I think I'm gonna eat my lunch, I look and it's gone. I'm like, what the hell? And I look around and like two girls ran out the classroom and I went out and my teacher was like, don't, I got it.
Dang,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like I was this close to me.
But no, that's crazy. You definitely gotta look out for scams, man.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Same with my phone because like I don't use my phone ever, and so I went to go like look at it like because I was like, oh, I probably should check that because you guys text me, and I went to go check it. It was gone. I'm like, where's my phone? And I like yelled. I'm crazy. I'm starting to realize I always have been because I got up on the bus. I was like, who stole my phone? And I went like that. And I yelled it throughout the whole bus. And Tessa looked at me. She's like,
I was like, oh my god! I was like, what's happening? Oh my goodness!
And I got up, and sure enough, it was the. Hey, you know who it was.
Oh, I know who it was.
So you got it back?
No, I didn't get it back, but I.
Oh, you know who did it?
It doesn't matter what I did.
Okay,
but
as long as you did what you had to do.
I almost got the cops to her house.
That's as long as you had.
It was on the bus whenever that happened.
Yeah.
Because me and you were talking about it.
Yeah.
And then I think that was whenever mom was like, hey, we should do homeschooling.
Yeah.
And then we did homeschooling.
Yeah, needless to say, they started doing homeschooling after
And all of
that.
a sudden, there was a broken phone on the road whatever, next to our house because she was scared because I told her there was a tracking chip in it, and I was gonna get the cops called to her house.
But yeah, no, you definitely gotta be looking out for the scams. But no, I definitely want to do the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah, that's
I forget. But whenever we were in downtown Jacksonville, after the incident with the crackhead, the people who tried to talk to us, that's like they're in a frantic panic. We had a nice, not even a nice drive. We kept getting on one ways.
Yeah, it's a lot of one ways. It's a lot of one ways down there.
It's not a one way. I'm like, yeah, and then he's like, no, it's not.
Like Atlanta has.
Like,
Atlanta has one ways, but it just seemed like
you can see the indicating.
You want to know something crazy?
I didn't see signs. It wasn't a lot.
Oh,
There was not. But whenever there's this bridge, and with, like, you know, one of the, like, underbridge you go underneath or whatever, and then there's, like, the exits on the side.
Yeah.
So it says no right turns.
Oh yeah.
So we know. Okay, it said no right turns, but then it said if you made a left, it said you're going the wrong way.
What? So you
Yeah.
can only go straight?
Yeah.
So you can only go straight.
It was
It
weird.
was so weird.
The whole setup down there was a little
Like, me and
weird.
Dad are, like, in the car, we're like, is that a one way? Or we're like, no.
I'm so glad I wasn't there. Y'all would have died.
Yeah, and Bella would be like, hey, that's a one.
Yeah, I would have got
Yeah, Bella is horrible with directions.
Dad almost went into Bella like yesterday, right?
But do you like downtown
No.
Jacksonville or downtown Atlanta? What would you
Both
rate?
kind of suck, but Jacksonville at least is entertaining. Like, Atlanta's like you're gonna die.
I feel like so.
I feel like I've
Like,
lived in
what time
Atlanta
of the
my
day?
whole life.
What time
so
of the
it's
day?
like I'm used to it.
Are we talking about just like in general?
Anytime,
or like
in general.
Any time of the day.
But like Atlanta, it's like we lived down there like our whole life,
Yeah,
so
so
we're
we
like
see
used to
everything.
it.
Yeah.
I feel like I like Atlanta better, but at the same time, I would take Jacksonville because Jacksonville like has things that Atlanta has with less people. Like when we went to the festival,
It's, like, actually
we
nice.
went to the art,
Like,
the
my
walk,
thing
the
is,
art
I
walk.
don't think downtown Jacksonville is nice. I think the outer skirts of downtown Jacksonville.
Yeah,
Like,
Go
if you-
segue because I don't know what you guys.
like the nice
take it.
plazas and like where you can like do like the skate parks underneath the highways.
yeah.
Those
So,
areas are
the outer
nice.
skirts.
The outer skirts.
Yeah.
But the city is literally just
No,
like
the city is a city.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's literally. Just
I wouldn't
like
even really
businesses
call it
and
a
stuff.
city, really.
I would take Jacksonville over.
It's the literal term of city.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a literal term of city. It's not like
It's not like
Atlanta's
Atlanta.
like it's the city.
Yeah, that's like what you would expect. Like whenever like someone like, oh, I gotta go to Atlanta, it's amazing. That's what you expect.
Yeah, okay. Atlanta's like, hey, let's go down to the city tonight.
Yeah.
But like downtown Jacksonville's like, hey, buddy, let's just go down to the city tonight.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. With Atlanta, in Atlanta, you can go to Atlanta downtown and just be. Like, you don't have to have an event. Like, with Jacksonville,
There's so many
they have to
events
have.
down here, though.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Like, that's why I picked Jacksonville. Because with Jacksonville,
Something to do.
they always have something to do. And it's never as packed. Like, when Atlanta has something to do,
It's always you cannot get out.
you can't really enjoy it,
Yeah,
right?
you can't move.
That's like I said, we went to the art walk thing Wednesday,
Yeah, that was
and
nice.
that was nice. It was like,
Yeah, it was.
It was by Sweet
It was-
Pete's.
yeah, by Sweet, yeah, well, it was in that little area by the library,
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah,
like
yeah,
the little
yeah.
circle.
Yeah.
But my point is like, Jacksonville isn't fun if there
It's
isn't
manageable.
anything to do.
Yeah.
But if there's something to do, which there always is, it's never a huge amount of people, and it's a very manageable and fun experience.
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about getting robbed. I mean, I probably did have to worry about getting robbed,
Not as much.
but not as much. But in Atlanta, it's like you can go downtown Atlanta when there's nothing going on and have a good time.
Yeah.
But
usually
if
when-
there's something going on,
yeah, you can't do anything.
you can't do nothing. Unless you know of a restaurant where you can kind of like, hide and then come out when you want to or something like that. It's always
Or
too
if you leave
congested.
your car at home.
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
a
yeah.
little backpack
Oh my
and then
God.
walk around.
Yeah, exactly. In Atlanta, if there's an event,
Anything.
you basically, like she said, you
You're
stopping
stuck.
at,
If you have a car, you're stuck. Like,
or you park at like Avondale Station or Chambly Dunwoody.
You have to
Park
walk still, like, on
park
Martyr
at Chambly Dunwoody MARTA Station, and then take the train station from there to downtown Atlanta, or park at like Avondale Estates.
Or like near the Botanical Gardens area.
Yeah, Botanical Garden. I think the Botanical Garden train is
There's a train for it?
There's
yeah.
always a train somewhere.
Um,
They're just there, man.
I think that one is gonna be. Oh boy, it's on. Dang it, Chambly. No, it's not Chambly, is it?
I don't know. I don't know the roads. I don't remember
Hambrick.
from the house.
Hambrick. It's Hambrick. Is it? There's a train station, and what you could do basically is just park at a train station and then ride the bus
Even park
or
at a
ride the train
station, 'cause
into
a lot of
Atlanta.
people rob train stations,
Yeah, I
too.
was gonna say, train station would be crazy with their
Holcomb Bridge. Holcomb.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Holcomb
Yeah,
Bridge
I
train
didn't
station.
remember.
So if you're like trying to get like to Piedmont Park, you can take the Holcomb Bridge stop, and then you can either walk from the Holcomb Bridge
Or you, like,
train station or
sometimes
take
have
the bus.
scooters you can ride.
Or take
just, like,
the scooters.
And those are honestly more fun.
But yeah, no, I think I will have to say Jacksonville is better just because it's manageable. Parking wasn't bad, and then we parked in a spot we weren't supposed to and didn't get a ticket. So like they more like.
Probably almost did because there was.
Well, yeah, it was security there when we got there.
I saw flashing lights.
But we didn't stay too long. But no, I would pick. I guess it's weird because it's like. Oh yeah, the lemonade. What was that lady's name?
I don't know. Wait, I think I have a picture.
I got a I vlogged it, so I'll look at the vlog and then put her information in the description of this video.
And Facebook, I posted pictures of the library we went to after drinking the lemonade.
Yeah, well, it was a bookstore.
Yeah, it was a bookstore.
Yeah, it was a bookstore. That wasn't a library.
Oh yeah, no, the bookstore. Yeah, Bella said it was a library.
I thought it was a library. Everyone was quiet and it was scaring me.
Everybody was quiet, but no, it was a bookstore. But no, it was pretty dope because they had new and they had used books there.
It was definitely like kind of scary.
And a lot of classics.
Like you kind of feel like if you walk the wrong way, the books are gonna tumble on you.
It wasn't that bad. She just get nervous when she see books.
Man.
When she has to read.
She's like, she walked in, she's like, my head's starting to hurt, and I was like,
no, I did. That was
she
mom.
did. Her and her mother.
Oh my god, you just went. My head's
her and her mom was like.
No, I didn't. That was mom.
Oh my god.
That wasn't me.
You literally said your head was hurting.
I got her to read by buying comic books. If I never introduced her to comic books, then
I've never read a book.
I don't think she's ever read.
Yeah, but the thing was, I had to make sure I actually read it because she was like, "Oh, you have to read the words."
No, I did.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
When was this?
Like,
I was a child. Oh, I was a child.
Yeah, but when our Reverend Dad first got you comic books, I was like, "You reading it?" And I was like, "What's it about?" You're like, "Oh, the pictures are cool." And I was like, "Yeah, it's cool. What's it about?" You're like, "Oh, you have to read the words." And I was like, "Yes,
well,
you have to read the words."
She started reading,
It's
so
crazy.
that worked. But yeah, the comic books. When is your book coming out?
I would say around May, but realistically, if I don't want to stress out, probably May.
July.
How do months work?
March, April, May, June, July, August, October.
Girl, what? I'd say like.
Was I wrong?
Yes, probably. I'd say May. If I want to go crazy and just like write for the next 2 months, I'd say May.
Go crazy.
If I want to be comfortable and not stress myself out and like die, then like August.
Yeah.
Go crazy. Do your thing, man.
Yeah, like I'd love to, but like you want me to be rotting in my room for the next.
I mean, if you're being productive, then you're not rotting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, my mental health can't take that. That's what I'm saying.
I came in my room yesterday and I was like, it was 11. So
she was half dead when I came in her room.
I woke up at 7 a.m. after I had a weird dream.
She be always having weird dreams too.
Recently, man.
I tested her too, cause we was at the bookstore and we were working. She was like, I had a dream. I can't remember what it was about. And I was like, oh, that's crazy. I was like, were you in it? She was like, yeah. I was like, where were you? And she was like, I was like at the old house. And I'm like, but you knew everything about the dream, but she literally started the conversation by saying she couldn't remember anything about the dream.
It's like the details that you want to remember. Yeah. You can't remember. You can remember like the random part where like you threw a cherry at a wall. Like, it's not like, you can't remember that things you want.
I can't, for me, like, it's weird. Like, I either remember my dream verbatim or I just don't remember it at all. And then maybe like a week or two later, I remember the dream that I forgot.
I'll remember it throughout the day because something in the dream will happen while I'm walking around.
So that's
like,
creepy.
So like I'll be walking around and like I'll look outside and I'll see like a bird. I'm like, oh, that's what happened. Yeah.
That happened to me during May camp.
That was crazy.
I know, like, we were going to an away game or something like that happened. I was like, what the heck? I think I told you.
You probably did.
But,
you like ran me.
And I was like, I've been here before.
And I was like, oh.
So what y'all want to do for St. Patrick's Day, though?
St. Patrick's Day.
Celebrate the Ginger Day. Whoa.
Is St. Patrick's does that have something to do with ginger people?
I mean,
no, it's just,
can we say ginger people? Is that racially insensitive?
I can ask around.
I think it is insensitive.
There's black gingers.
I've seen
some black gingers before.
Yeah, but I think
I don't think that has anything to do with St. Patrick's Day though.
No. What? No, is this funny?
No,
I just like to say
British people.
What?
British people are. Wait.
Every type of people are ginger.
Well, because Wait, great. Wait.
Have some-
What is it called? Irish. Wait, what is it called?
Irish.
I think
Irish people.
I think
My
predominantly.
last name is Irish.
Yeah, our last name is Irish.
Or
I
whatever.
always tell people I'm the black Irish guy.
McCorkle.
That's how people remember me. I usually make a little joke. I
Yo,
go,
I hate how
I'm
people
the black Irish guy.
People don't know how to pronounce my name.
It's not that hard. It's not that.
difficult.
It's not that difficult.
People be like McCorkly. Someone call me McCorkly.
Yeah, people add an extra.
What?
People add a Y. They take away a
Pronunciation,
C.
ma'am.
Yeah, and
They-
like, I'll say it like, oh, it's spelled how it sounds. I'm like, yeah.
They add a K
What do you
where
mean?
C is at.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't understand.
yeah. It's a
I
little
don't
weird.
know.
It's a little
I
crazy.
hate it so much.
That's why I always try to make sure that I pronounce people's names correctly.
I
Cause
try my best to pronounce people's names. I do pretty well because I know I don't want to be the person where they're like,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Because I'm scared because I'm like, your name is pronounced this way, and they'll break it down for me. Then I'm like,
I know I was calling a girl like the wrong name for like a year, and she didn't tell me because she was nervous. And I was like, "Why didn't you say anything?" She like, because I was calling her, and name's like Ansley or something, and I was calling her like Amy.
I did business with a
Yeah.
guy for 5 years and was saying his name wrong and spelling it incorrectly,
What? That's awful.
and he never corrected me.
I like why just say something. I don't.
I didn't understand. I'm like, bruh,
Why
this
would you
whole
say anything?
this whole time.
Yeah.
He's like, oh man, it's not a big deal, man. Everybody always gets it wrong. I'm like, yeah, but I'm literally sending you invoices.
Yeah, like legal documents.
Yeah,
there.
legal documents
What?
with your name misspelled.
God.
It was crazy.
That's crazy.
And it was like weird because his name was Mike, but it was spelled Micee. So it was like Mies. His name was Mies.
mice.
No, it was like Micee. And he's Russian. So Mies, I guess it's a Russian situation or whatever. But I kept saying Mike because I thought that that's what he said his name was when I first met him. I never. So just a clarification, we always had
a completely different name.
we had a long
that's
distance.
the thing.
So first and foremost, I never.
Long distance relationship.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah, we had a long distance business relationship. I never met him in person. A long time ago, I needed some logo on a piece of felt, and I called around and I got linked up with him.
Okay.
And he was with a big company called Saturn.
Okay.
And long story short, they gave me his info, linked up with him. We talked on the phone a few times, and he told me his name was Mike, or at least that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, and I used to text him all the time. I go, hey, Mike, sending something your way, so on and so forth.
That would just make me angry.
And
What do you
literally,
mean?
like 4 or 5 years later, like last year, I had to get in contact with him, and he had to send me an invoice. He sent me an invoice, and usually I'm
5 years though.
yeah, and I'm like, bruh, what the heck? Well, no, because
Did you
like
say that to him?
yeah, I asked him like, oh no, it wasn't an invoice. He sent me I usually pay him. I use wire. Wire transfer money to him, and it wouldn't go to him. It would go to the company because he just works for the company. But this time, the last time I dealt with him, he has his own business now.
Yeah.
So whenever I called him, he sent me a PayPal invoice, and it had his first and last name on it. And I'm like, man, this whole time I've been calling you Mike. Why didn't you see? He's like, oh man, it's not a big deal. I'm just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
That's I'd be angry.
years,
Yeah.
like years. I dealt with him, thousands of dollars between hands,
That's crazy.
and didn't even know the man's real name.
Oh, it's crazy.
Maybe he
crazy.
didn't want you to know.
I mean,
Or he just didn't want you to
maybe
feel bad. And, like it probably was like a month. He's like,
he was
I can't-
working for
I
another.
can't.
He was working for another company at the time, so he probably just didn't
Didn't
want
care.
to. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like whatever, bro. It's not a big deal. But
Yeah.
yeah, that
Not
actually
for a year.
happened.
He's like, I'm in too deep. I can't do anything.
Exactly,
I can't do
like it don't matter.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
So yeah, St. Patrick's Day. If we can find the Renaissance Festival, I can do that, or I could do Medieval Times.
I could do either
Let's
one.
just do both.
Yeah, we could do both. Well, I
Isn't
mean,
it expensive?
technically, the Renaissance Festival is like Medieval Times. Medieval Times is crazy
I'd rather
expensive.
do, I'm gonna say I'd rather do the Renaissance.
Was I
'Cause that's
supposed
more
to do
fun.
that for our birthday once, and then we went to Ruby Falls instead?
No, you went.
You. No, I took you to. I
Yeah.
took you to Medieval Times that year.
Yeah, you went.
I don't remember.
Yep, I took you to Medieval Times,
One more
and
picture.
we went to Tennessee.
I remember Ruby Falls.
Took you to Ruby Falls, Tennessee. Then we got you a hotel at Hampton Inn, and then took you to that mall. You went shopping, and then on the way back, or actually, I got you a guitar that year too. And then took you to Medieval Times.
Nice.
Yeah, we have to look into getting you another one.
Try to find a skating rink.
Skating, yeah,
So underneath-
that's on my bucket list.
Oh, the skating rink, yes.
Going skating. I need some skates too. Well, all right, y'all. We appreciate you guys for tuning in to another episode of My Humble Opinion. Oh yeah. I'll let you end it.
Thank you, Brainiacs, for tuning into another My Humble Opinion podcast. As always, tune in Sunday, 8 p.m. and watch the podcast. I'm Contessa Arts.
And I'm at Cam's Brain. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.